Greetings, 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 good people. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back, Royal Family. So it's Hot Topics time, y'all. Okay? Jay-Z is finally firing back at the gentleman who is alleging that Jay-Z is his father. Okay? Kanye West is also on the lineup today. He is facing some serious allegations. All right. We also got B. Simone. You guys remember when B. Simone was on her podcast talking about how she had to sacrifice and she couldn't go into, what is it, Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, but has to shop at H&M. Well, she says she ain't broke. Okay. And there's also some changes that are going to be coming to YouTube that is going to affect the creators. All right. So that is today's lineup. We're going to get right into it. Before I do, please be sure to pay your admission fee by hitting the like button. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. All right, let's get into this B. Simone video and get this over with. All right. So Live Bites, I've grown fond of them over the past year or two, a year or so. They capture all the live videos. This is a fantastic idea for a Instagram page. Anyway, B. Simone said that she's not broke, okay? After she was kind of like crying and getting emotional that she had to shop at H&M, yada yada, who cares? All right, let's take a listen and a look. Like to hear it, here it go. Let's hurry this up, girl.
Who said I was broke? Hold on now. I didn't use those words. I know I didn't. I didn't say I was broke. Ooh, 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 ooh. I ain't never used the words broke or penny pinching. I know that much. I know I didn't say I was broke. You're not funny at all. Oh, blocked, baby. Bye. Let your lies come and you'll ever be commenting. Is she really broke? Who said I was broke? Oh my God. It's so crazy that you're saying was H&M open on the 4th, because no. I just went over there and they is closed. I did go to H&M today and it was closed. For the 4th.
I love H&M. You know, that's one of my favorites.
I know.
All right, then. Great.
Oh my God.
H&M shopping is going great. I have an H&M bag over there on my couch, and I went to H&M today, but they were closed for the 4th. Open up this robe. You don't want to see these titties hit the ground.
Ugh.
Oh my God. It's
All right, that's enough of that. So B. Simone said that she ain't broke. All right, let's move this along. I don't even have anything to say. Whatever, girl. Whatever. Anyway, there are changes that are going to be coming to YouTube. So starting July 15th, YouTube will only pay creators who use their real voice and produce original content. Okay. So the new guidelines will give YouTube more power to spot and penalize videos that are mass produced, repetitive, or inauthentic, which the platform says doesn't align with its standards for the YouTube Partner Program. Now, the YouTube Partner Program, for those of you who are unaware, basically, if you're monetized and you are making revenue, ad revenue, you're getting ad revenue, earning ad revenue. Let me say it right. On your videos, from your videos, right? So it's being said that this is going to affect like a lot of reaction channels. So it's basically the stipulations are reused or repurposed videos, copied content, low effort uploads, fully AI generated videos. Now I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to a lot of these videos that are circulating like on TikTok and even on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts as well, where you'll see a girl or a guy eating and it looks AI generated and they'll just bite the whole chicken drumstick bone and everything and it just looks fake. So they're cracking down on those type of videos. Low effort uploads. I tried to find out like what is considered a low effort upload. So I don't know. A lot of the reaction channels, it's being rumored that those channels are going to be hit. Copied content. What's copied content? Who knows? So we shall see. I'm pretty sure it'll be trending all over social media when some of these channels are penalized because they violate this new rule. I saw in the comments on Twitter, I still call it Twitter, it's X, but whatever. that some of those videos on YouTube where they have like 3 hours of rain sound, thunder and rain, or nature sounds. I wonder, they were saying that those channels are going to be penalized as well because that's not considered quote unquote original content. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see more changes. I mean, doing away with those AI videos, those fake AI influencer type vlog style videos, I'm all for that. So we shall see. Okay. All right, moving along. Kanye West is yet again in the news. Okay. So TMZ and other outlets are reporting that Kanye West, his ex assistant, says that he orally violated her and touched her genitals. So let's get into this article. Kanye West's former personal assistant is piling on more serious allegations against the rapper. Now she's accusing him of sexually assaulting her along with a bunch of other horrible stuff. This is according to new legal documents. Okay, so the girl, Lauren, who originally sued Ye in 2024 after he allegedly sent her vile texts and videos before firing her, filed a second amended complaint this week claiming that Kanye did a whole truckload of bad things to her. She accuses Ye of assault, battery, stalking, sexual battery, sex trafficking, false imprisonment, and more. Yikes. Okay. So she says, the accuser says that during a business trip, they were staying at a hotel in San Francisco where they were breaking ground and on Ye's Donda school, and Kanye started making unwanted advances. She says that she tried to rebuff Kanye, but he kissed her on the mouth and asked questions about what her private area was like. Whoa. She says that she again tried to fend him off, but it was to no avail, claiming things took a dark turn at a writing session for a new album in his hotel suite. She says that Kanye pleasured himself and touched her private area before falling asleep mid-sentence as he was talking to her. Ye then allegedly showed up at her hotel room and demanded that she let him use her shower before pushing his way through the door. The accuser says that Kanye shoved her onto the bed, pinned her down, and forced his member in her mouth. She says that she begged and pleaded for Ye to stop and quote unquote froze in shock and fear. She says Ye eventually stopped, apologized to her, and walked out of the room. Now, this is a tweet from February 8th, 2025 from Kanye, and it reads, "Why did I never F Lauren, however you pronounce her last name? She smelled funny, and half of the NBA can attest to that. My goodness." The article continues, and get this, the accuser says Ye offered her as a sexual gift to someone in exchange for Ye having sex with that person's significant other. She says Ye, quote, notoriously offered women as sexual gifts to men, end quote. By the way, in her first amended complaint filed in May, the accuser accused Kanye of drugging her at a studio session co-hosted by the boogeyman himself, Diddy, among other things. Harvey and them said they reached out to Ye. So far, no word back. But this tweet is very interesting. Listen, these allegations are flying around like crazy, and I'm gonna tell you one thing: y'all all better tighten up. You men, I'm not saying Kanye's guilty. I'm not saying Kanye is innocent, but y'all better tighten up. And it's not just because women are coming out left and right. Y'all better tighten up because this is atrocious. Okay, if this is true, then Kanye definitely deserves to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. And if y'all not paying attention, they made sure that Diddy's trial and leading up to his trial, it was highly, highly, highly publicized. You know, the surviving Diddy's and all the tweets and all the allegations, so on and so forth, to make an example out of him. Okay, rightfully so. Okay, so y'all better tighten up. All right, let's move on to this Jay-Z story because this is the story that I want to discuss. So the Jasmine brand is reporting that Jay-Z is clapping back at the man claiming to be his alleged secret son. He calls the lawsuit decades-long harassment. The fabricated allegation and claims that he's been addressed and rejected. All right, so according to documents, the 55-year-old mogul, is asking a federal judge to shut down the latest lawsuit filed by 31-year-old Rymir, calling the accusations "quote unquote" fabricated and a part of a decade-long harassment campaign by Rymir and his godmother. Okay, the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, and Rymir's continued harassment of Jay-Z and disregard of those orders has already resulted in a contempt order. Okay, so I don't recall Jay-Z ever speaking out about this, not even through his lawyers. To my knowledge, I don't recall. So, I mean, I guess Jay-Z is tired because it's a lot. Nicki Minaj is at his neck. 50 Cent is joking on him. You got plenty of bloggers that's coming at him. Meg, Rock Nation, just wanting to see them crumble, okay? And recently it has been reported, I talked about this in a previous video, that it's being alleged that a judge is demanding Jay-Z respond or take the DNA test by the 18th of this month, if I'm not mistaken. It's sometime this month. So I don't know. I don't see any major news outlets reporting that on, and I don't know the legal grounds where someone can be forced to take a DNA test. That's news to me. If you guys know the law, let me know if that can be so. Anyway, on May 6th, Rymir filed a suit alleging that Jay-Z is his biological father and has worked for years to silence him. He claims his late mother, Wanda, had a brief relationship with the rapper in the 90s and that he's been trying to get Jay-Z to take a paternity test ever since. In the filing, Rymir alleges that Jay-Z and his legal team manipulated the court system across multiple states, committed fraud, and used the star's celebrity status to dodge accountability. He also claimed that after his paternity suits were dismissed, he suffered emotional distress, public embarrassment, health complications, and even had his car shot 6 times. My goodness. However, Jay-Z's legal team argued that he just became aware of this latest lawsuit in June and requested more time to respond. When they tried to get an extension by calling Rymir's godmother, they say she hung up on them. Additionally, the legal team stated that multiple courts have already tossed out these claims and even hit Rymir with a contempt order for continuing to pursue them despite previous rulings. Okay. I think he was moving around and he filed did he file in Jersey, then in Philly or something like that? Anyway, nonetheless, Rymir says that he's not after back child support. He is seeking damages for being allegedly shut out of college funds, enduring wrongful dismissals of his suit, and the ongoing emotional toll. Now, it was said before that he's not looking for any money. He just wants closure because his mom passed away. Okay. And prior to her passing away, she allegedly told Rymir that Jay-Z is his father. I'm stuck on can the judge force Jay-Z? Can a judge force Jay-Z to take a DNA test? That just doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. And as I said before in previous commentary regarding this, not that I think it's right or wrong, but I can understand Jay-Z's not even hesitation, Jay-Z flat out not wanting to take a DNA test, because then what does that do? That opens up the floodgates for multiple people to say, hey, I think Jay-Z's my father too, whether they are, he is or he isn't. And then it's going to be like, a shakedown, a free-for-all. Also, it is being alleged, and multiple people have confirmed, but I didn't know this lady, so I can't say. So it's being alleged that at the time of conception, Jay-Z was in his 20s, and this young lady was she was 16 or 17, between 15 and 17. And I did see commentary where someone stated that in Philly, the legal age of consent is 16, but hello? that's still a minor. All right. I don't care what the legal age of consent is. If a 20-something-year-old is sleeping with a 16-year-old, that's absolutely positively inappropriate. Okay. So, him not wanting to take this paternity test, I can understand why he wouldn't. It's not a good look. So even if it's determined that Rymir is not his son, you kind of are admitting that you did have relations with the mother indirectly, kind of by taking the DNA test. I don't know. That's how I look at it. But we'll see what happens. This is really a shame. This is sad. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z is tired of social media, talking about this and constantly being bombarded with these lawsuits or filings and so on and so forth. So I wish them all nothing but the best. I'll leave it at that. I don't think he looks like Jay-Z though. But that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that he is his father. Doesn't mean he's not his father. A lot of people are like, he looks just like him. Not to me. But drop that in the comments and let me know what you think. What do you think about the allegations against Kanye? Do you care that B Simone shops at H&M and claims that she's not broke? Do you guys not like B Simone? A lot of people are not feeling her. They've called her corny across social media. They're sick of her. They say she's not a good friend. It's just a lot. She just reminds me of a cartoon character. She sounds like one and she kind of acts like one. No shade. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. You still have time to pay your admission fee by hitting the like button. Drop down in the comments. Share your thoughts. All right. So I'm signing off and I will talk to you later.